sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Progrichalcos. Hello and welcome to episode 28 of the Seal of Progrichalcos. Last episode, both Tobias and I basically won the same number of duels, putting the scores to myself on 184 and Tobias on 134.
50 points.
Behind, nice. Due to this big lead, Tobias has elected to limit Book of Moon.
Talking about banning books again. Really subversive books.
I didn't realise this, but Tobias only has one of this card, picked off in Pharaonic Guardian, so it makes sense for this card to be limited to one from my collection too, especially as around this era in Real Yu-Gi-Oh! It was limited to. Tobias is also limiting one other card, and that card is the Gladiator Beast Mamillo. Now, obviously I've been running 3 of this card in all my Glad lists, and it's put in some absolutely insane work. Tobias only has one of it. It seems fair to limit it down to one. Moving on to today's sets, first up it's Crimson Crisis. Now, Crimson Crisis is a bit of a stinker of a set. There are some really good individual cards, but a lot of garbage to filter through. I mean, looking at the super rares, for instance, you get maybe like 1 or 2 really playable cards in Dark Strike Fighter, which obviously enabled a lot of FTKs, especially with Rescue Cat, and Archetype Magician, which has seen a number of homes in different spellcaster builds across the years. But these other cards, Alien Kid, Armor Void, Scanner, Multiply, like these cards are all just memes. Nobody has ever run them successfully.
That's cold, man.
I remember I used to try and play a Turret Warrior based deck utilising the Immortal Bushi and other warriors, and when you just like summon out a big 3000 warrior monster, then tribute it off for the Turret Warrior for it to gain that monster's attack. It wasn't very good, but it was funny.
Okay, didn't ask for your life story.
Totem Dragon and Black Salvo, both are cards that read like they should be really good, but have never really found a home across all of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and Royal Swampy is usable in some fish synchro summon decks later down the line. In the rares, we get my boy Flying Fortress Skyfire, a really cool looking boss monster with probably the longest text of any card at the time it was printed, with just a million effects, but all of them aren't actually that good. Samurai is a good Gladiator Beast monster, so I'd like to pick up a copy of this. Most of these other rares aren't too usable except for the Blackwing, Gale the Whirlwind, and the Debris Dragon. The Ultras are all pretty bad. Armor Master is kind of a payer for Blackwings, but I've never really rated this card too much, as basically it just can't be destroyed by battle and the other effects are kind of convoluted. In the secret rares, again, pretty much all of these cards are garbage apart from Ido, the Supreme Magical Force, which even at the time like wasn't rated at all and is only usable now because I believe you can summon it in like these random branded loops, so it can be pretty cool. The rest of these cards do nothing. Same with the short prints. But then the commons, we do get a couple of good ones, obviously Bora and Sirocco, Dupe Frog, Flip Flop Frog, and yeah, that's about it.
Trash. So much trash.
Looking at our collection, we did pull the Archetype Magician. That's kind of cool if and when we ever get to Summon a Monk. That's a really good card that you can make with Summon a Monk and a level 3 tuner. Blackwing department, we got enough Boras. We got 2 Gale, which is not too bad, and 3 Sirocco, very nice. We did get 1 Debris Dragon, we would like to have pulled a couple more of those. 3 Dupe Frog, awesome, 3 Flip Flops, 1 Samnite, and a whole bunch of Morphtronic cards and things that don't really matter. Alright, let's head on over to Dueling Book. Alright, so looking at our sealed deck, we are just playing every strategy Crimson Crisis has to offer. We got the aliens, we got the Blackwings, we got the assault mode cards, we got the frogs.
Some of this, some of that.
And we're hoping somehow this all comes together and we win.
You should be so lucky.
Looking at the combo card, we've got 2 Alien Overlord. Its first effect probably will never happen. By removing 2 A counters, it can just summon itself freely from the hand, but once a turn it can place an A counter on each monster the opponent controls, and when it battles a monster with an A counter, it actually passively lowers their attack, so that's quite nice. 3 Sirocco, really good card, just being able to normal summon a 2000 attacker if you don't have anything on the field, and its other effect is really cool, allowing a Blackwing monster to be able to punch over just about anything. 2 Assault Beast, this guy's just a 1900. 3 Cross-Sword Beetle, this guy's an 1800. 2 Assault Mercenary, also an 1800. 3 Boar with a Spear, 1700 with Piercing, that's also free special summon, which is really nice. Alien Kid, kind of garbage.
Your kid sucks!
2 Violet Witch, we're just playing this card for the Archetype Magician, we can't actually use its effect, but it's a level 4 spellcaster. 2 Gale, obviously best card in the set. 3 Flip Flop Frog to bounce cards, and then 3 Dupe Frog because it's a big wall. 1 Alien Ammonite can recover us the Alien Kid, and we don't actually have a synchro that we can make with it, but you know, it recovers a monster, so it could be good. 1 Assault Armor, we can equip this to one of our warrior monsters. I believe the only warrior we actually have is the Assault Mercenary, and it gives it 300 attack.
300?
crazy. But we can send the Assault Armor to the graveyard and that monster can attack twice that turn, so that's kind of cool. 2 Prevention Style, which is a very weird equipped spell that prevents one of Tabas's monsters attacking but has a lot of restrictions on it. 2 Star Blast, this is a really good way of allowing us to get our big monsters out in the field without having to tribute summon for them. 3 Mysterious Triangle, this is a really good way of actually being able to dispose of monsters that have A counters on. 3 Half or Nothing is a fun battle trick, and 2 Planet Pollutant Virus. We contribute one of our alien monsters to destroy all monsters Tabas controls that don't have A counters on. And then into the end of the 3rd turn after this card's activation, we place 1 A counter on each monster Tabas summons. Pair that with the Mysterious Triangle and we actually have a good way of being able to deal with Tabas's threats, in theory. Side deck, we're just playing some Morphtronic cards. Right, let's head on into the replay. Looking at the opening here, we're pretty glad to see that Tabas has nothing in the extra deck. That means no synchros for him, which is good to know. Our opening hand is okay. We've just got a whole bunch of decent beaters, which is fine. Tabas is going to fire down the Boar the Spear and pass the turn. Oh, we love to see the double Boar. I don't think that actually has a once per turn on it. No. Okay, we're just going to go for the Cross Sword Beetle, just be able to clear the Boar here. See what Tabas is cooking in the back row. Absolutely nothing, it appears. We're going to set down the Planet Pollutant Virus and pass the turn. Down comes the Sirocco. Very strong. We are going to lose the Cross Sword Beetle here. Now, this does pose a problem.
I don't know what the hell you feeding him, but he is too damn big!
And pass. Alright, Tabas clears our ball and we're going to take 300 damage here. Our turn. Ooh, the flip-flop Frog is very good to see. We're going to set that boy down and let Tabas attack into it, bouncing the Sirocco back to the hand.
Or we could not do that.
But we're assuming that flip-flop Frog only works when you manually flip him, because that's not how that works. Your monster should have returned to the hand. Not that it really matters now I've drawn the Gale, but honestly their Sirocco should be in the hand and then be normal summoned again by tributing whatever you want in the set monster zone. Anyway, we're going to go for the Gale, summon the Boar, Gale half the Sirocco, and then punch on over with the Gale. We're going to get half or nothing.
So you get nothing!
Well, we're going to end the battle phase. Right, Tabas is going to turn his Sirocco sideways so he can Prevention Star. Okay, so that's going to equip onto our Boar. So if we now kill the Sirocco, Boar will get banished. Interesting to know. Right, our turn. Well, we're going to just tribute the Boar off for the Alien Overlord, using the Gale to clear out the Sirocco, or not. Fake Explosion. Okay, way to cheese out the Summon Reactor from the hand. Not too shabby. Thankfully the Alien Overlord is able to clear it out though. Tabas just passing. Our turn. We got the Cross Sword Beetle. This guy's got piercing, right? So yeah. Oh no, only other insect monsters have piercing. Right, we're gonna go for the Gale, clear the Sirocco. At long last, it meets its maker.
Your bird is dead!
And then the Overlord can attack whatever Tabas has got set down, and it is the Dupe Frog. Thankfully, that does nothing in the face of our big Alien Overlord. Cross Sword Beetle is going to attack on directly, and now I feel like Tabas is out of the game. I mean, it does say except Dupe Frog, but whatever, you can add another Dupe Frog. Not that it really matters. Tabas is going to set down a Mystery Monster, wonder what that could be, and pass. We're just going to keep on punching. It seems to be working out pretty good so far. Dealing a nice 3100, putting Tabas on the 1 turn clock. In the main phase 2, we're going to set down the Flip-Flop Frog just so we can ensure that we bounce whatever Tabas controls back to his hand. And it doesn't even matter. Right, into game 2, and we've drawn basically the same hand again. Double Boar is always good to see.
Sailing to Bora Bora, gonna live in a hut.
Tabas just going to go for a set and a set monster. Fair enough. Our turn, we're going to try and get aggressive. We're going to go for the Boar, just to see whether we can punch over this guy. Well, that is going to slow the game down quite a bit. We're going to set down our half or nothing and pass the turn. Tabas just setting and passing. Oh, we've got so many weird enablers, but nothing that actually goes together. Right, we're going to summon the second Boar, see whether we can punch over the new set. It's the Trap Reactor. Right, Tabas is building up a pretty good fort, so we can summon the Sirocco and use Sirocco to clean out the Boar. There's no need to use the half or nothing yet, because what are we really protecting? We're just ensuring another turn, which doesn't matter too much. We want to use half or nothing when we are actually able to make a good swing on the following turn. Right, Dupe Frog is huge here. At least this actually kind of deals with the Sirocco. We're going to move for the Prevention Star, turning our ball sideways to be able to ice out Tabas's Sirocco. The big problem with turning our ball sideways is it does mean that now he's susceptible to being bored himself. Tabas going to go for the disciplined play though and attack the Dupe Frog with the ball. Very interesting. And passing. So we're going to set down the other half or nothing and the Flip-Flop Frog and pass the turn. Tabas are going to flip over the Flip-Flop Frog, bouncing both of our monsters to the hand.
You make like a bird, flip-flap, flippin' flappin', floop.
You're going to go for the half or nothing here, not that it matters too much, it just basically ensures we only take a little bit less damage. And we are bouncing the frog.
Flippity flip, floppity flop.
Well, we've got Borer, we might as well punch on over the Flip-Flop Frog. We know we can do 1500 damage here, but the Borer will bounce back to our hand, or not. Why did Flip-Flop Frog not work that time, but he worked on my turn when he was attacked? I don't know, we are just cheating all over the place.
And there's also no consistency.
Tabas is going to go for the Star Blast, paying 1,000 life points to lower the BES, Big Core Mark II.
Say that again slower and with your pants off.
This card is garbage. We're going to go for the half or nothing, ensuring we can live one other turn, which is great. Not that we really have much else we can do with it. We're going to go for the Prevention Star, ice out Tabas's Borer, and then we're going to set down our Dupe Frog. Tabas are going to use Sirocco, clear the Borer. That's going to result in his Borer getting banished. And then the Big Core Mark II will clear out the Dupe. Right, we've drawn the Dupe Nupum. Thankfully, that actually does deal with Sirocco. So as long as Tabas isn't able to find a stronger monster, we have somehow managed to stabilize. Cross-Sword Beetle's funny. We're going to see whether we can punch him into Tabas's new set. It's the Debris Dragon. Another 2k defender. This just feels like LOB format all over again.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Great, we're now both dupe locked, so we can only attack the Dupe Frog, so until one of us actually finds a monster that's bigger than 2,000, we are just staring at each other. Life Force Harmonizer. Sure. Well, this is going spectacularly. We're going to go for the Flip-Flop Frog, bounce back the Dupe and the Sirocco.
Flip, but they flop. You flip, but they flop.
We have somehow got back into a winning position in this game. God knows how. Cross-Sword Beetle can clear the Life Force Harmonizer. Not sure why you just normal summon that card, but he's dead anyway. Tabas is going to set and pass. Probably going to be the Dupe Frog. We're going to go for the Flip-Flop Frog, bounce them both back to the hand.
See you on the flip-flop.
Summon down our Cross-Sword Beetle and get in for a nice 3,600 here. We actually could have had lethal if we bothered trying to attack with the Flip-Flop and the Dupe, but I think it's probably more disciplined to do it this way. Alright, bizarrely we offered a game 3 where we're siding in the Morphtronics just for funsies. We're going to go for the Assault Mercenary, give him the Assault Armor, buff him up to clear Tabas's Assault Mercenary. But just going to set, we're going to go for the Slingen, and we're going to be able to start punching on in while the Dark Tinker does nothing in the graveyard. Right, Tabas are going to keep setting, we're going to keep punching in with the Assault Mercenary. We're going to get the Fake Explosion and the Sk will get summoned, as will the Y, and the Skyfire is summoned. We are going to lose everything here because this monster is the best card ever printed. Oh, no, he's not. We're going to go for the Alien Kid, followed by the Mysterious Triangle, grabbing the Alien Ammonite out from the deck to deal a nice 500 damage. Now Tabas has got absolutely nothing going on. We're going to go for the Cross-Sword Beetle, keep on dealing in. The Sirocco will clear the monster. No, he won't. We've got the half or nothing. We're going to then be able to punch on over it somehow, using the Gale to lower its attack. We're going to get a Fake Explosion, but thankfully the Boar is good enough. We're going to lose the Gale to the Ska, and then we're going to set down the Slingen. As we're going to lose the Slingen, then we're going to lose the Cross-Sword Beetle. We're going to set down a monster, turn our guy sideways, and we're just going to keep losing to Ska. Ska is literally impossible to out, especially when Tabas has got two of them now. We thankfully have drawn the Sirocco, and we're able to just at least crash.
Blackwing Sirocco the Dawn.
Into a...
Summon Reactor SK.
How long have you been in the Force?
And that is the game. Alright, next up, it's Gold Series 2009. Now, this set, just looking at these gold rares, all of these are insane. Caius, Dad, Captain Gold, Necro Gardener, Riser, Mindcon, Gold Sark, Test Tiger, Sangan,
Psycho Mantis.
This is a really high-powered set on the high end of things, and even the commons are great too. We get another chance at fleshing out our 6 Sams, Snipe Hunter for the Sealed, the return of Mobius perhaps, Zaborg, Treeborn, Thestalos. We can actually flesh out all the monarchs.
Never say that out loud again.
Alright, so just like Gold Series 2008, we opened 5 of these, getting 75 cards in total and 10 gold rares. Going from the top, we got the Desert Scarf, a double gold Sark, Phoenix Wing Windblast, Sangan, Solemn, the Test Tiger. I thought my Gladiators were strong already, but having a Test Tiger just takes them over the edge. The Rocket, and I think that's it. So yeah, the other cards, and the Sangan as our 10th gold rare. The other cards don't matter too much in the grand scheme of things, but it is nice to get a full play set of things like Zaborg, Thestalos, and Shell. Alright, this deck looks supremely strong.
Famous last words.
Now, cutting this down to 40 cards was actually quite difficult. As you can see, I actually built a full side deck, just taking in more of the 6 Samurai cards as and if needed. But at least going into game 1, I just want to be playing as many big beaters as possible. To that end, we've got 3 Neos Alias, 2 Mobius, he returns, baby! 2 Crosswing, 1 Thunder Pegasus, and 3 Wildhorn. Wildhorn has piercing, Thunder Pegasus can protect one of our monsters from battle destruction, and Crosswing just boosts all our Phantom Beasts by 300 attack as long as it's in the graveyard. Then we have 1 Sangan to search most of our deck, Snipe Hunter, double Iru, 1 Kamon, 1 Yaichi, double Zanji for the 6 Sams, 1 Volcanic Rocket as a 1900, 1 Rhinos, and 2 Zaborg. For the spells, we've got double Giant Trunade, 2 Gold Sark, 2 6 Samurai United, 2 Skyscraper to boost up the Neos Alias, and then 2 Warrior Elimination, just because there's a lot of warriors in the set. This is just a way to build wipe to boss. Triple Compulsory, double-edged sword technique, 1 Phoenix Wing Windblast, and of course the Say No Man. In the side, we've just got some more Monarchs and some more 6 Sam stuff. Ooh, you love to see the Mobius in the opener with the Snipe 2 and the Compulse. We look like we actually have a good out to just about anything to pass might want to throw at us. Ooh, the Veil of Darkness. If you draw a dark, you can reveal it, send it to the graveyard to draw 1 more card. That seems pretty cope, especially when there's actually good cards in the set. But we're going to go for the Iru with the United stack 1 count on that and see whether we can punch past Tabas's defense position monster. Apparently not, because we're going to get bottomless. We're going to set down the 1 card and pass the turn. Down comes the Rock Lizard.
Rock crushes Lizard. Lizard poisons Spock.
Thankfully we have the Compulse, because otherwise I don't know how we're dealing with that. Right, our turn, we're going to go for the Snipe Hunter, just attack in. Seems a bit cope, just kind of wasting our best removal in this way, as long as Tabas has a stronger monster, which of course he does. The Wildhorn will deal with our Snipe Hunter, and now what do? Thankfully we have drawn the Iru, we can now get rid of the United to draw 2 more. Gold Sark's pretty cool, we're going to use this to banish out our Neos Alias. Now we have the Skyscraper in hand, we can ensure that we can take down whatever Tabas might throw at us. Oh, Tabas is going to use the Thunder Pegasus to protect the Wildhorn, and then now the Rock Lizard is back.
Did you miss me?
Right, we're going to take 2,200 here and send out this Sacrificial Zanji. Take a butt ton of damage, but now we do get our Neos Alias, we can fire the Skyscraper and at least finally clear the Rock Lizard. We're going to go for the Warrior Elimination first, just take out the Zanji just to make sure Tabas's board is nice and empty, and then Neos Alias can deal with the Rock Lizard. Memphis 2, we're going to set down the Wing Blast and pass the turn. Tabas, we're going to set and pass, right. We're going to go for the Rock Lizard here. He's got piercing, might as well play him. And it's the Rigorous Weaver. Each player discards a card, and then the Rock Lizard will lose 500 attack. Right, we're going to discard the Mobius. Tabas getting rid of the Cross Wing to buff his Phantom Beasts. Okay. Neos Alias will be able to strike him for 1900 here, and Tabas is on pretty much a 1-turn clock now. Summoning out a second Rigorous Weaver, that's fine, deals with our Rock Lizard. Not too worried about that. We're going to keep going with the Neos Alias, clear out the Rigorous Weaver. It does lower our monster's attack. Thankfully, we have the Wing Blast. We're going to discard the United, put the monster back onto Tabas's deck. You weren't even dead. Like, if I didn't draw a level 4 lower monster, like, you were still in the game, right? Okay. I guess I could have just summoned in Mobius and won, but, like, We didn't even get to see Mobius. I wanted to summon Mobius, Tobias, and you wouldn't let me summon the Mobius.
You gonna cry about it?
Right, Tobias is going to go for the set monster. We're going to go for the Wild Horn. It's the old Thunder Pegasus. And the Caius is coming down. Well, we'll just bounce that right back to hand. We can deal with him some other turn, hopefully. Seems a weird thing to compulse, but I guess it does mean I can't go into one of my tributes, but surely you'd wait until I summoned the tribute monster. Anyway, right, we're going to go for the Wild Horn, punching it again for 1700. Down comes the Ringed Rhinos, and we're going to lose our Wild Horn here. The Rocket, we love to see it, just strong enough to be able to punch and over it. Judging by these incremental attack gains, Tabasi will have to summon a 2000 attack monster if he wants to stand any chance of staying in the game. Zanji ain't it, Chief. Right, we're going to go for the Warrior Elimination, just clear the Zanji just so we can maximise damage here with the Wild Horn and the Rocket punching in for a cool 36. Tabas, you're going to set and pass. We're going to go for the tribute for the Mobius. If we're going to beat you, Tabas, we have to do it to the Mobius theme. Mobius time! Mighty Morphin Mobin Rangers, love to see it. You absolutely knew we'd be winning this deck back. Now we have access to Test Tiger and Sam Knight. Our Glads are even stronger than they've ever been before, and they were really strong before.
Humble brag, humble brag, humble brag.
We've obviously got Geyserus as our main win con, but just going over the two new cards to the deck. Sam Knight, if he's summoned by a Gladiator Beast monster, if it destroys the monster by battle in the next turn, we can just add a Gladiator Beast card from deck to hand, and obviously it has the shuffle effect as well. And the Test Tiger is just nuts. If you control the Gladiator Beast, it can summon itself for free from the hand, and then it can contribute itself to shuffle one of our other Gladiator Beasts into the deck and manually trigger the new Gladiator Beast monster's effect as if it was special summoned by a Gladiator Beast. Being able to just tag into any of these powerful effects before we commit to the battle phase, and we can then tag them out again. So really good enabler for this deck. Oh my god, any Gladiator Beast hand just looks so strong when they've got the free search, that is Proving Ground. I mean, things are very free when all you're going to do is set a monster and one back. Right, we're going to go for the Dimakari, just see what Tabas is playing. The Witch into the Witch doesn't really give me too many clues, probably the Chaos deck if I had to guess at this stage. We're going to float into best, pop the cool. In the main phase 2, we're going to Respite, shuffling the Darius and the Bestiari into the deck to draw 3 fresh cards. Okay, not too bad. Right, we're just going to go for the Proving Ground, grabbing the quest from the deck. Right, Luminous Spark, Oka will come down.
Okay.
The easy out to the Bestiari, fine. But it does mean Tabas's board is nice and empty. We're going to go for the quest here, give it the old Battle Halberd, so he can deal with Tabas's Luminous Spark. And then we can quest out into your boy Dimakari. For Dimakari, we're just going to give him the shield and then set down our Solemn Judgment.
Yes, I need your poetry now. Yes.
So I was going to banish a Light in the Dark.
Yes, this is what I want, naughty words.
To summon the BLS.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh.
Shouldn't I have done the Solemn Judgment there? Oh, right, well, we got ways to deal with your BLS, Tabas, don't you worry.
You expect me to believe that?
We're going to set Handle and pass. Yeah, you can attack in and attack in once more. I'm still feeling pretty good about this, even though we absolutely should have played Solemn Judgment there. Well, it might not matter. We got the Graceful Charity. If we can find a way to recur monsters from the graveyard, we are good to go, and the pot will hopefully get us there. Right, return is as our last ditch resort, returning the Alexander, the Bestie, and the Archfiend Shield into the deck to draw the one. We're going to go for the
Are you having a stroke?
Dimakari, equip out the Battle Halberd, deal with the Witch and the Luminous Spark. Tabas will grab the Witch. Then we can turn our Dimakari into the Momillo, pummeling the BLS. In phase 2, we're going to set down our second Solemn Judgment and pass the turn. Tabas is going to go for the Prog to draw 2, Terraforming to grab the third Luminous Spark, I believe. Yeah, the final Luminous Spark from the deck. Fire that off. Sidra is big, but I'm going to go for the Solemn Seems really risky now and probably not optimal, especially when there's another Lightning Dart getting banished, but not when I've got the second Solemn Judgment. Putting ourselves down to 500. Oh, okay, well, it's not actually game over. I was like, oh my god, if you just summon a monster there, I just lose. Right, we're going to go for the bestie, give him the Battle Halberd, deal with the Luminous Spark this way, and then we're going to tag on into probably the Hoplo just for the defensiveness. Oh, just the Darius, that kind of makes sense. Darius to revive the Hoplo, and then we're going to set down the Call and Pass. So I was going to go for the Sidra, clear the Darius, which does clear the Hoplo, and pass. Right, our turn. Yeah, right, we're going to go for the Darius, equipping with the Archfiend Shield. We are just playing with Utabas, going down to our 100 life points, tagging into the Bestiari, going for the Call, bringing back the Hoplo, main phase 2, shuffle them both into the deck for the Geysers. Boom! See ya, Sidra.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Book of Moon ensures we live another turn if Utabas is a monster. Which is exactly what's going to happen. Right, can we draw anything? Bestiari is a thing. I'm a little bit worried that we're giving Tabas a free Chaos Monster here. Okay, just a Sangan, that is not so scary. Bestiari we're going to tag out into the Equestriari, and the Equestriari will grab us the Archfiend Shield, which we can then equip to him, ensuring he's safe from battle. Tabas is going to set and pass. Our turn. We can go for the Bestiari. Very risky here if Tabas actually has found a monster that has decent defense. We just would lose instantly there. Mystic Tomato will get searched. Right, we're going to go for the Bestiari and the Equest direct, deal a nice 1600, and then shuffle the Bestiari back for the Darius reviving the Andal, and then the Equest will become the Dimikari. Tabas going to go for the Graceful, drawing out 3 fresh cards and discarding, getting rid of the Creator. Wow. I would have thought that would be like one of your big win cons at the moment.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Speaking of win cons, those are 3 dark monsters in the graveyard. Lightning Vortex is just like overkill. Yeah. Wow. I see why you brought this deck back, and now you have Dark Arm Dragon. It is not as poopy as I thought it was. Well, we're going to go for the Proving Ground here, grabbing a Hoplo from deck, which we can set down and pass. Classic offensive play. Okay, it will be able to deal with the Hoplo.
Okay.
Very strong from Tabas. We're going to DD Crow the Oka here. It's not the greatest value, but we don't really have a way of dealing with that big monster at the moment. Thankfully, we do have the Darius plus the Halberd. We're going to get booked. Very strong there. Losing our equip spell and failing to attack with the Darius. Creator Incarnate will get summoned, and that is our Darius out too. Oh, cool, is really nice here. Right, we're going to go for the Andal, summon out the Test Tiger, tribute the Test Tiger and the Andal, shuffle them into the deck for the Mamillo to pop the Incarnate. Punch and Infernalize 800 here. Tag on into a quest, and with the quest we can pull back the Battle Halberd. I'm going to set down 1 card and pass the turn. We're also going to go for the Premiere here, paying a hot 800 to recur back the Incarnate. Should be seeing it off for the Creator.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate.
Yeah, you can kill the quest. We don't really care too much about that. Second call is nice here, which is going to set it down and pass. So I was going to go for the Future Fusion. We'll take the 28. I ain't scared of you. Right, now we can finally get quick.
Now dig on this.
We're going to go for the Andal, recur back the Test Tiger with the Call of the Haunted, shuffle these guys both back into the deck, bring out the Murmillo, pop the Creator.
All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Give him the Battle Halberd, deal a nice 800 here, and then pop the Future Fusion with the Halberd, as well as the Luminous Spark with the Bestiari. Seems like a pretty good way of cleaning out the board. So I was just going to set and pass. We're going to go for the call here, recurring back the Test Tiger, activate the Proving Ground, grabbing the Dimikari from the deck, and and then we're going to get bounce. Sure. Okay, we're going to tribute the Test Tiger, bring out the Darius, and then Darius can give us the Hoplo. Tobias just passing. We are loving this. We are laughing. Okay, the Scapegoat is going to get fired off. 4 tokens will come on out.
4 tokens, Jeremy. 4? That's insane.
And we return to Gaizaurus and pop 2 of them. Shuffle the Gaizaurus back into the deck. Summon out the Dimakari and the Sam Knight and pass. I was just going to set and pass. Now game is over. We're going to tribute the Darius for the Alexander. And clear out all of your tokens thanks to the Dimakari. Then using Sam Knight, we get to actually add any Gladiator Beast card from our deck to hand, which is going to be the Archfiend Shield, and then the Alexander will be able to punch on in for the 24. You got 1 turn, Tobias, to banish a light in the dark. Can you do it? Right, into the game 3, let's speedrun this. Tobias is going to go for the T-set. We're going to go for the Proving Ground, grabbing the Darius from the deck. With some of the Darius down, along with the Halberd, clear out Tobias' set monster and his back row, so the Witch and the Cool Fool, and Tobias will grab a second Witch. We're going to go for the Hoplo, given the Archfiend Shield. Sidra and the Archfiend Shield is not quite good enough. Sidra and Lightning Water is not quite good enough to deal with the Archfiend Shield. We're going to float on into the Momillo thanks to the Dimakari. Tobias is going to go for the Chaos Sorcerer, banish our Hoplo, and then the Witch will deal with the Momillo. We're going to go for the Product Greed, drawing 2 here. We're going to go for the Dimakari, clearing out Tobias' Witch, tagging on into from our deck the Quest, and a Quest will fetch us back the Archfiend Shield. Set down a monster and pass a turn. A Quest will get banished. We're going to move for the Graceful Charity here, drawing 3, and then we're going to discard the Halberd and the Darius. We're going to fire out the Call of the Haunted to bring back the Momillo, give him the Archfiend Shield, attack on into the Chaos Sorcerer, float on into the handle, and yeah, we are kind of out of this game. Too many Chaos monsters, right? Okka will die, Premature Burial is big, but we're going to go for the Solemn Judgment just so we can actually live a turn, somehow setting down the DD Crow for Desperation, and that is the game! Okay, next episode we're going to be opening Raging Battle as our core set, and then for the second series match we'll be combining Hidden Arsenal 1 with Duelist Pack Yusei 1. Right, thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to stay up to date with more episodes of the Progrichalcos. Goodbye.